We've all been fangirling over Zendaya's Odyssey red carpet makeup looks, so beautifully crafted by the makeup artist Ernesto Casillas. So to celebrate and look back on my first year on YouTube, I thought I'd grab my most used products and see if I can recreate them. I've decided on a cross between two looks, the white look and the blue look, and I'm going to mix and match and see what happens. Now, I'm not Zendaya, obviously, but I'm wearing my fake diamond earrings and the best necklace that I could summon up, also fake, and I'm not Ernesto, but let's see what happens. If you're getting ready with me, just use your own go-to products. The only thing that I would say is I'm going to use this Dior because it's the only blue that I have, but anything that you've got that's pale blue, dark blue, shiny blue will be fine. This is mostly about placement and a bit of technique, but mostly placement. I've started by just getting my eyebrows in shape. I've also added my Laura Mercier tinted moisturiser, which I love at the moment because it's so hot in England. I've just added a little bit of that, and now we've got a blank canvas to start. I'm going to focus on the application, so if I miss mentioning a product, do check out the description box. Everything will be listed down below. Now, Zendaya doesn't look particularly sculpted as such. She's got a much rounder face than I have. I've got a really long, thin face. So I'm going to use a little bit of my Rhode Toasted Teddy because it gives me a bronzed but blushy type look. She's got some here. I will keep looking at my photo, which is pinned on my laptop. This is a combination of bronzed goddess look with innocent white and blue eyes. It's styled really incredibly. So what made me start? Well, I'm not dissing anyone else who is doing makeup on YouTube. It's just that for me, I wanted something quite specific, and that is a person who has to make choices about what makeup to buy and isn't given makeup to try. I started to find less and less online that I felt catered to me, so I decided to become her. So where did I come from? Well, I've spent 20 years behind the camera producing television, and a year on in, I've recorded myself in nearly 300 videos, and I now have 278 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who's watched, liked, commented, subscribed. That number might sound small, but a year ago I had 0. I'm not sponsored, I don't get gifted anything, and like many of us, I don't have an endless supply of money, and I have to be quite strategic in what I do buy and what I don't. Because I know that there's nothing worse than seeing someone on YouTube rave about a product and then you buy it only to be really, really disappointed. So I thought I'd make myself useful by testing products for people like me who don't have endless supplies of money. Okay, now blush. Blush-wise, I'm going in with my Prada Peach, which has had mixed reviews. A lot of people moan about the packaging, which I don't actually mind. I think it's actually quite fun. I do mind about the shape of the palette pan. It goes all over the place and it's such a strange shape that it's quite difficult to get it on your brush. But anyway, here we go. So I decided to get on YouTube to combine two loves, my work. I like storytelling, I like editing, I like filming, and makeup. I've been a makeup lover since my teens and I love the magic that it can bring. But actually, I found that I was terrified of being on camera. I found it really difficult to speak and apply makeup at the same time. Trust me, I'm not being Michaela here. This is a really hard job. You try being an influencer for a day. But huge props to people who have been doing this for over 10 years and have got it down to a fine art. Now I've got a decision to make. She's quite matte on the white look, and she's quite glowy on the blue look, so I'm going to go glowy. And for that, I'm going to take my Dior Glow Luminizer in Sunkissed and pop some on the top of my cheekbones. So I've spent years producing people from behind the camera, getting them to look relaxed, getting them to feel good, feel confident. But when it came to producing myself, it's not that easy. I have to be my own makeup artist, I have to be my own producer, I have to be my own script writer, I have to be my own editor, I have to choose the music, and then I have to try and please the algorithm somehow, which has become more and more of a mystery as time goes on. Because it's the algorithm that decides whether you get to see anything that I make. Unless you subscribe, actually. If you subscribe, I think it does actually suggest my latest videos. So she's got some highlighter up here, highlighter here, as well as here. Okay. Now on the white look, she's got a slightly darkened outer corner, but on the blue look, she doesn't. It's just blue. So I'm going to just probably use what's in here. And she's got a little bit of silver on the lower lash line. I'm using a combination of these two colours here to try and get the right shade of blue. Near enough? Other eye? Build it up gently. Now my eyes are much more hooded and much more mature than Zendaya's, so I'm having to adapt it slightly to my eye shape, but I think I might have done it. I've got the look. Now for the tricky bit. This is the lower lash line, and I've got my Morphe palette, the Rich Glitch palette. This is called Hush Money, and I'm going to get some white on this inner corner, and then I'm going to match it on the lower lash line. Take this. I haven't actually used any concealer. I just took my moisturiser all the way up. I just didn't want too much product under my eye because I knew I was going to have to eyeshadow it, and I didn't want it to be a cakey mess. So back to why I started. Well, I thought, I've got all these skills and I love my makeup, I can produce. How hard can it be? Well, now let me tell you, I had some very, very awkward moments in my early videos. Please don't go back and watch them. But I did put together a reel of bloopers. But anyway, I got over it, kept going. Obviously, as the subscribers grew and your comments are so kind and thoughtful for the most part, and it really, really does encourage me, because when I hear, oh, you've given me a great idea, or I'm going to buy that eyeshadow, I know that person is going to have a result rather than a waste of money. There have been many videos that when I've come to edit them, I thought, oh, I'm just going to delete them, and I have deleted some actually. But the ones that have a really interesting message, whether it's save money, be your own makeup artist, don't be intimidated, here's a hack if you've got mature skin or hooded eyes, those I tend to leave up. I'm not here to be an influencer. I'm here to spread messages like shop your stash, use what you've got, go to the drugstore, buy luxury when you can, but know what you're paying for. Now I'm going to take this darker brown here and take the smallest brush that I've got, which is this tiny little angled brush, and I'm going to just tap it on my lower lash line. She doesn't have eyeliner, but she does have an inner corner definition on the white look, so I'm going to do that. Now the crowning glory is the silver on the middle of the lower lash line. I might spray this actually. This is my Vive setting spray. Doesn't show up. Okay, plan B. I've got this Dior Show flash stick and it's in Pearl Star. Let's try and see whether that helps me out a little. Oh, I've had an idea. Highlighter, of course. Okay, Tom Ford. Let's see what Tom Ford can do. Take a little bit on my brush, spray it. That's as good as I'm going to get it with the products that I've got. I'd love to know what he used. It's just a little pop of silver colour on the under eye. So where was I? Oh yeah, comments. So most of them are absolutely amazing. I read every single one. Some of them are a bit hurtful. I've had a couple of really nasty ones. One of them was actually taken down by the person that posted it, but that was a bit damning. Criticise everything, even my hair. It's like I can't do anything about my hair. It's my hair. It's been like this since I was 6. Imagine how I got teased at school. But that's only a couple. And for every one of those, there's 20 of you that have said amazing things. And I thank you very much for the encouragement. It's deeply appreciated. I'm going to just add a little bit more mascara. I did put a little bit of the telescopic from L'Oreal on before I started, just to give my eyes a bit of an outline. Now Zendaya's wearing false eyelashes and I am going to try and do that, and I'm not a false eyelashes person. Now I need to sit back, and I'm a bit too golden bronze. She's a little bit more blushy than I am, so I'm going to take my Spicy Marg from Rhode. It's the right tone for me. Gives me a bit of an innocent blushing cheek. So to the 278 people who have subscribed and tune in regularly, again, thank you very much. It's not just a number to me. I know I've got viewers in the UK, in the US, in Canada. Let me know where you're from. Drop me a line, say hello, and let me know what else you would like me to cover. I think you know by now I'm really honest about products. I rarely say something is iconic, but when I do, I really mean it. What I have realised is that makeup confidence is universal. Doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter how much money you've got, it's about knowing your face and knowing what's good for you. Especially with brands coming out with things every 5 minutes, so it seems. Apparently August is going to be major launch time for quite a few brands, and I hope to be able to resist the temptation that this next eyeshadow is going to be it, this next foundation is going to be it, this next lipstick is going to be it. What's it is knowing your face. So there we go, lashes are on. It's taken me about 20 minutes to put these on. I think I've overdone it slightly. I'm not very good with false eyelashes. They're not quite as Bambi-like as Zendaya's. They're a bit over the top, but once I started, I couldn't stop. Finally, lips. Zendaya's got a distinct outline and I think just a little bit of gloss in the middle. So that's what I'm going to do. This is my peptide lip shape in Lean. Then I'm going to take my Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Lip Gloss. She's a bit more rosy than I am, so I'm going to gamble and take my Lisa Eldridge. This is her Marilyn Monroe lipstick in Norma Jean. And I'm just going to add a little bit of red to the centre of my lip. And there you go. With lots of thanks to Zendaya and Ernesto, but my message is be your own makeup artist. That's the whole thing. So, what does year 2 look like? More of this, honestly. More tutorials, more try-ons, celebrity red carpety type things, more save, don't splurge, more drugstore gems, more techniques, hooded eyes, mature skin. I'm not going to pretend I've got it all figured out. I'm a year in and still learning and still nervous before filming. But I'm still here and I'm making the content that I want to see, and I hope you do too. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you've enjoyed this, please do drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. I upload at least once a week, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.